What up, YouTube? It's your boy SoKraZyTv back with another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos. And if you haven't already, man, the link is in the description. Join the membership. I'd appreciate it. And I love y'all. We about to cook on this subject. Redick got on the big podcast with Shaq, and he thought he was cooking something. Talking about how the 90s was watered down, how Jordan kept winning championships, right? And we're gonna take a closer look on what Redick said. And on top of that, we got Gilbert Arenas giving his take on what Redick said. I got a couple of clips to show y'all, man. Y'all know how we do it. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. We on a road to 5,000 subscribers, man. Peace and love. Let's get to the video.
I refuse to get into the GOAT debate. I don't care. They didn't play against each other. What makes him great is the fact that he's done it now for 21 years at the highest level. Yeah, LeBron's never averaged 35 in a year. Guess what? He's averaged 25 or more for 20 straight years. We're nitpicking. A lot of times we're comparing eras. Like, I'll say this with Michael Jordan, and I don't mean this to be controversial. Michael Jordan, during his heyday, 6 teams were added to the NBA. There were 90 players added to the NBA. Does that not water down? I'm not talking playoffs, by the way. No chance we're talking playoffs. You're not telling me that the league for a little bit is going to be a little watered down?
Redick, if you got Braun as the GOAT, just say it already, man. Because that's what it sounds like. Now, Michael Jordan, in his era, right, he did have expansion teams, but we got to get something right, all right? We got all these teams in 1988. Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat, Minnesota Timberwolves, all came in 1988. Now, Michael Jordan wasn't even established in 1988. He didn't have no rings in 1988. He was just dominant as a player, basically, all right? Scottie Pippen came into the league in 1987. So they got a Scottie Pippen 1 year in, and they got Jordan 5 years in, right? So they're going to the 1989 year, and you're telling me that the league was watered down? If it was watered down, why Jordan didn't win when the first expansion teams came out? Now, the full list: Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, and the Minnesota Timberwolves all came in 1988. Now, if the league was watered down for MJ, why MJ wasn't winning in the beginning? Now, that's a cap on you, Redick. We got to call the cap, man. We keep it real on this channel, and that's what we do. Research purposes only. Redick didn't do his research, and that is facts. Now, let's get to the next video.
Rashad, saw you rolling your eyes when JJ was talking. What's your reaction to him saying that MJ's era was watered down by expansion?
Well, like his first 2 sentences, maybe 3 sentences, was I'm not gonna debate the GOAT debate. Then proceeds to
debate.
to fucking debate, and then uses Jordan's era to catapult LeBron. He didn't mention nobody else but LeBron and Jordan, right? Which is supposedly the GOAT debate?
Earlier in that clip, Shaq basically said, if you're gonna have a GOAT debate, then you need to include Kobe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then JJ.
Yeah, like he didn't play against Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And then proceeds to say it's watered down. Michael Jordan did what he did for the game, right? So how is the game not watered down now?
You feel like the game is watered down?
I'm asking the question. How is the game not watered down now like it was when Mike was playing? LeBron and JJ on your podcast, please talk about how the game is watered down now. Huh? You was walking to the finals 9 straight, 10 straight years. You playing with everybody who at your damn skills camp. You run up and down the court, can't get touched, don't nobody want to run in front of you, can't nobody say nothing to you in the public because they won't be your friend. It's the same shit was happening with Mike. I want to wear Michael Jordans. I want to be in the Space Jam movie.
I don't hardly agree with Rashad McCants, but I'm going to have to agree with him on this one. Why didn't Redick mention that LeBron James was in an easier East and was running through the playoffs, going to the East Finals or the Finals? He went to 9 straight finals, right? He didn't mention that. That's a great point that McCants brought out. Great point. And on top of that, No one can touch LeBron. We know that. He don't get the calls that MJ gets. Now, let's not get it twisted. He don't get the calls that Jordan does, but definitely no one wants to get dunked on. But Rashad McCants was speaking facts, man. He was talking that talk. Now, when he brings in Kobe into a GOAT debate, I can't talk about that. Now, Kobe is my favorite player, but I'll be delusional if I put him in a GOAT debate. Yeah, he's one of my GOATs, but I can't put him number 1, number 2. Okay, I got him number 3. And that's just me. That's just how I feel. But he can't be in the GOAT debate. He can't be 1 or 2. You can't have somebody in the GOAT debate that was never the best in his position, because Jordan is the best shooting guard. And that's just my take on it, man. Rashad McCants, I could agree with him with all the other stuff that he's talking about in that video. But when he brings up Kobe, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That'll be delusional. That'll be biased. But yeah, let's get to what Gil's talking about now.
So Gil, when you hear JJ Redick saying that the NBA was watered down during MJ's era by adding 6 additional teams and 90 players, what is your reaction to that?
I think he's inaccurate on his math. I can see where his math is coming from. 6 teams, 15 players is 90 players, right? So that's where he's getting it from, not realizing, what history was. It wasn't 15 new players. So technically it's not watered down, right? It was, before this, it was really watered down because they had 7 drafts. That's watered down, right? When you can draft the chair, right? You can draft the chair, kind of tells you it's watered down. I think a woman got drafted back then.
Yes.
And I think Bruce, back when it was when she was Bruce, Brucey boy, he was drafted. When they expanded the teams, there was only 12-man rosters. So the 15-man roster that he's saying didn't even exist then. It was 12-man rosters then. Now, a lottery, an expansion draft is this. You got 2 teams, which was Charlotte and Miami, right? Now, everyone protected their top 8. That means your bottom 4 gets put into the draft. Now, it's not 92 players because they can only pick a possible 12 each. So only 24 can be drafted from expansion. So you take the bottom teams, and then they draft back and forth. We draft. Now, in theory, right, we're only going to go after who? The top teams.
Absolutely.
Top 4 best players. So whoever back then. So Lakers, right? You're talking about Detroit, Chicago, whoever teams was top, we're going to go after those guys first. We're going to pick about 8 players each. And then we got free agency. And then we have the draft, right? So in theory, you're not watering it down because the players that are being picked are all NBA players.
Yep.
Right? So yeah, the talent gets spread, but there's no free agents that's sitting on the market. Like, we're not picking somebody who ain't played in fucking 20 years.
Right.
We're not putting them on our team. So you got players like Scott Skiles, right, who's sitting at the end of the bench. He gets sent to Orlando, and then he's most improved player.
Man.
Right? So they're NBA players. What it did, and I know people are going to get mad, this helps the top teams, right? You get to beat on expansion teams.
Yep.
So it didn't help Jordan yet.
Facts.
It helped Detroit Pistons.
He was they just turned.
They wasn't even turned over yet.
Yep.
Right? Yep. Remember, this is Detroit Pistons 2 championships.
89 and 90, yeah.
So this is not Michael Jordan's reign yet. This is the Pistons' reign.
So Gil caught that cap from JJ Redick as well. He talked about how the older days, past 1980, they had the expansions drafts that was watered down. They had plumbers playing in the league. You could go research all of this, man. Now, Gilbert Arenas talked about what I talked about as well, how the 1980s expansion didn't help Jordan. It helped the Pistons. It helped the Pistons, man. The Pistons won in 1989 and 1990. Now, Gil went into full depth mode with it. Now, Jordan's reign, we already know, was in 1989 and 1990. So we caught the cap, man. We called cap on what JJ Redick had to say. Y'all heard what Rashad McCants had to say. And y'all heard what Gil had to say, man. Now, I don't agree with JJ Redick. I don't. And I'm going to stand on that, man. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. And drop them gems on me. Let me know what you think. Who do you go for? Do you go for JJ Redick on what he's saying? How the league was watered down for Jordan? Or you're going to go with what Gilbert Arenas said? They talked about how it wasn't watered down for Jordan. Let me know in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, man. Peace and love, family.